welcome back. WeArEuS, and this was a sneaky mic check because I know I pressed the button to turn it on, but you can never be too sure when it comes to recording. This is Eiyuden Chronicle, 100 Heroes. So I'm just getting off work, and it was a time of my life. I know not what we're doing, I know not why we're here. I vaguely remember coming here and saving, and I should check to make sure we don't need to stay at the inn. We really should get rid of Calathor. Frankly, I'd love to stack on people who have armor, or use a shield. Why in the world did Estrella have armor after ditching her shield in order to summon the array of Cupid-like angel things with the bows? Whatever. So, 3 stacks of healing herbs at 6 units each. 2 stacks of quality healing herbs. Plenty of revival medicine, magic drops that I'm just hoarding because why the frick not? A head armor that I'm also hoarding because I want to put it on Gar, but I want him to also have that extra 3 strength. Doesn't he have a freaking... Confused. What does he have that's giving him 3 armor from his headgear? I mean 3 strength. That's actually pretty freaking good. Why didn't I get Noah one? This guy, I would love to give him a heavy helm too. I mean, 3 extra strength puts him that much closer to 200. And he already kicks like a house. A brick house. Naturally. I mean, after all, he is mighty. Just letting his terrible tasting clothes hang out. Did we go in here? Let's make sure. Ah, yes, I remember this. There's that disappointment in the back left corner. We don't need anything from you. Where are we? Oh, we are where we shouldn't be. That's why. Okay.
So this is Saishan.
Sure is.
Willing
I'm
to bet
guessing
that's
we'll
not
find
how it's
Lady
pronounced.
Periel either at the palace or the inn.
The inn?
She booked the biggest room they had. Didn't want to stay at the palace in case the walls had ears.
Gotcha. Then let's go find her.
I was going to complain about the pronunciation of Hishan, which it's probably going to be because that's almost certainly what I'm already getting into it. This fool said, "Sigh, I'm so busy going nowhere." I bet if I follow him, he does nothing. But I'm actually busy, so maybe I should have sighed. We're scraping the bottom of our wallet here. Frankly, we don't need to... Oh yeah, we actually do want to do that for him. We don't need to have Noah in the party or fighting in general, now that I think about it. But I don't actually have any other front line. Well, we have Kogan. I prefer someone that can equip a shield or something with armor, but could do damage like Yusuke. So of course we had to upgrade Yusuke's weapon. I don't know how 28 damage translates to the upwards of 450 that he can do with double charge up, mind you. But if it helps, it helps. Frankly, I don't want to... Aside from Gar, we could upgrade his weapon too. Aside from Gar, I don't think there's anyone else whose weapon I actually want to upgrade. Especially not the mages. That doesn't make sense. And so naturally, the first thing we do...
How's that? The Alliance seeks to hire a culinary mind. Yes, an intriguing thought. Alas, I'm already on a mission to find a recipe for the legendary dish known as grilled tatuva.
I hate his voice.
I'm told the people who devised it are all bark and, well, that's it, actually. All bark. Whatever could that be referring to?
What an interesting shop you have. Open it. Still, none of these helmets offer that extra 3 strength. It's just too good to let go. What else do we have here? Yeah, nothing. Oh, right. I'm pretty sure that I told you guys that I have an item that needs.
There, friend. You like to fish? I'm a fan of the rod myself.
Honestly, no. Frankly, I don't need any more distractions on my way between places. I'll take a fishing rod, though.
I used to love to fish back in my home village, but I don't even own a pole anymore.
Or a village.
Shame. Even the greatest fisherman won't be catching much with just his hands.
Tell that to bears.
Here, take this one, friend. I can tell you're a good man, 'cause no bad man's a fan of the fish.
Excuse me, there are actually a lot of bad men who are interested in the fish. In quotation marks, of course. Fishing basics. You can now go fishing at fishing spots. Cast your line and pull it up at the right time. And I accidentally skipped ahead. Pull it up at the right time to catch a fish. As you fish, you may also get cooking ingredients. There are fishing spots all over, each with its own fish population. Explore thoroughly to find them all and land rare catches.
Hey, can I ask a favor of you?
Sure, friend. What do you need?
I'm recruiting new companions for the Alliance. Would you have any interest in joining us?
The Alliance. Ah, you're that Noah.
I don't remember I don't remember Noah introducing himself.
And you're asking me to join you? I hear you, but I don't know how the current flows around that one. Or maybe I do. Tell you what, friend. Catch me a wheel-eye bream, and I'll sign up on the spot. Catching one of those is a sign of good luck. So if the wheel-eye bream are biting for you, it'd be a clear sign of the way fate is flowing.
So, let's have the item I found appraised. Finally. Be useful. All I actually want from this is really cool equipment. Like a helmet that that causes explosions when they do normal attacks, things like that. I want the good stuff, of which I don't actually know if there is any. It may all end up being stuff like this that's just for sale, and although if that 7,500 is how much it sells for, I don't hate that. I just wish it was something else. That's where they want me to go, so we go. Well, there's not really. Yeah, that's it. Hold on.
That's some good booze. Tastes even better on a day like this.
Excuse me, are you the famous spearman Ryufan? I heard talk of your exploits in town.
I didn't.
Well, if the likes of you have heard of me, then I suppose I must be famous.
I am currently seeking stalwart companions. Can I interest you in joining the Alliance?
You wish to be companions, lad? I don't suffer fools who are weaker than I. If you wish to face me and find out if that includes your sorry self, well, nothing interesting has happened all day. So, why not? That glimmer in your eyes tells me I may actually be in for a fight. So what do you say? Will you test your strength against a tired old man?
I'm going to be honest. I love this guy's voice acting. Or, well, let's stick with voice acting.
Sounds good to me.
You young'uns are always spoiling for a fight. You've got spirit, lad. Now, let's see what else you're made of.
A little sterner stuff. 2 helpings of hook swords.
Let's do this.
A little sleep slash. Well, that's a quarter of our health gone. No, 30%. More than 30%, actually. That's... Nope, not 40. But it's close. 35? That's rough, buddy.
I know where to strike.
I was going to say, the only way that works is if it actually stuns. I don't mind using... I don't mind healing in a duel. I'm a scumbag. I know my place. Can you say the same, Imperial? Let's see. I mean, why not test out the whole arsenal on the guy?
This can't be.
Not good.
Well, something's coming and it's going to hurt.
Here we go.
Frankly, now that I think about it, I probably could have just ended the fight right there. Just going to bide my time with healing items. I can always get more of those. But who knows if I can get a second shot at this duel. I mean, it's likely that I would, but just to be on the safe side.
This can't be good.
We did it.
I mean, I'm a little excited too. After all, we did beat up an old man. But he has a spear, so it's okay. Spears are
Taken down
cool.
by a plucky upstart. Even at my age, it seems life has plenty of lessons left to teach. Well, that settles that. I'll be joining you, lad. Might even be fun.
You're going to die sometimes. Just putting that out there right now.
Let's join forces.
Call me Ryufan, and I join you as a humble man-at-arms. Now, a toast to camaraderie.
And it looks like he has a rune skill that can target the entire front row, so that's good. At least it was someone we were able to recruit and didn't have...
What the heck?
Huh? Who's that? Wow. I can't believe you spotted me. That's impressive, to be honest. Listen, whatever you do, just don't try to drag me out of this bag, okay? If you even think about it, I'll get really, really mad. I'm not trapped in here or anything. It's just so comfy. Why would I ever want to leave?
I mean, it is a big bag. Stay safe, friend.
I make magical store packs, you see. And some guy was so desperate for one that he kept trying to yank me out and steal mine. So naturally I ran away. And now here I am. You know, if you happen to have a safe, not full of thieves place for me to work, I'd be happy to snuggle down there and handle all your bag-making needs. So, any questions? Comments? Compliments?
You're looking mighty swanky. And, not to be cheeky, but you've got a bag under your eye.
Join us.
I totally nailed that negotiation. My name's Nell, by the way. If you need a sack, that's just my bag. Get it?
No. This bag is everything.
Okie doke. I'll head over to your town.
Crap. Well, now we can't just have the place looking like
So
a
that's
ruin.
how Nell gets around.
Care to elaborate? Does she just make the world fade to black and disappear? I Okay, so I think that's it for everyone that's here. There's more town. What the frick?
Is there any reason you're staring?
Yeah. Did you just materialize out of thin air?
Well, to be fair, you guys were standing there waiting, expectant. I don't know why you sound so surprised.
Did I miss what? Miscalculate? How dare you!
That's not at all what I said.
You listen to me, Buster. I don't make mistakes because I'm perfect with a sparkly, pristine capital P. Whatever you think you saw, you didn't. Right?
Huh. Because it's just who I am, I automatically just want to defy her. And who knows, that might be key to getting her to join us, but we'll play it safe.
Right.
That's more like it. Don't you ever question a paragon.
Oh, you play too? And I have the audacity to say too when I don't play it at all. Oh, that's upsetting. Wonder what the other option would have yielded. I don't imagine there will be any characters hidden indoors, so I'm not going to waste time doing that. Oh, and this guy. Reggie Ryer, huh? I noticed him on the flyby, but apparently it's just a background NPC doing background NPC things. Good for him. So now we need to head off to the inn. Are we doing this again? We really are.
You again? Really? I hope you're not following me.
I wasn't before, but I'm going to be now.
Of course not. But are you alright? That looks like a nasty...
I didn't fall.
You skinned your knee. Look.
I didn't fall, okay? So... Oh, yeah. That's pretty gross. Hey, you listen to me. My teleportation is flawless. I'm flawless, okay? Impervious to error. Which means you didn't see a thing, alright?
I think we'll stick with this line of logic and, what's the word I'm looking for? Fake it till she makes it.
Alright.
I mean, that wasn't the word I was looking for, but it came in clutch, and I appreciate that.
Of course you didn't, because I don't make mistakes.
Okay, but...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thought we were done. We are not done. We are going to be walking around this town some more until we meet her again. I mean, frankly, I don't need to drag you guys around with me, so... I mean, I'll probably keep yapping, but I might likely just cut out anything in between now and when we encounter... Throat got suddenly dry. Cut anything in between now and, well, you know, up until we run into her again. Hopefully I wasn't wrong in my responses to her. Because if we're... What in the world is going on with this town? I accidentally left the town. I went a little too far, and it pulled me out. I was going to go for some innuendo there, but I couldn't figure out how to phrase it in an interesting way. And when I go back in, it puts me on the right side of the city? Come on. That just means I automatically run back out of it, which I did. Could we have messed up the encounter? Not yet, it seems.
All right, fine. Say it. I know you saw me mess that one up.
No, I didn't. I wasn't looking.
I wasn't really looking.
Yes, you were. Don't lie. You saw my other blunders, too.
It's okay. I haven't told anyone.
Good. Because I was prepared to teleport you to the nether regions of the world if you had.
Given her apparent luck with teleportation, I don't doubt she would have accomplished something heinous.
Huh?
Well, you've seen what you've seen, and there's no taking it back. Therefore, I must keep you under surveillance and ensure the secret is kept.
Is that supposed to be a marriage proposal? It's a weird one, but he accepts.
Surveillance?
That's right. And know this. No matter what corner of the world you run to, I will find you.
Accidentally.
There is no escape from Carrie.
Unless you sit still.
My hawk-like watch begins now. You will rue having caught me at a moment of sub-perfection.
Good enough.
Of course, you can still call on me at any time to demonstrate my flawless teleportation abilities.
I doubt that.
You do have a... what's it called? A map, yes? Just open your map, point to a destination, and I'll take you there in one perfect blink. Oh, and you should hold on to this. If I'm not around, this ring will achieve more or less the same thing. Don't misplace it. Now I'll be able to keep an eye on him. Shall we?
That was two. I am going to be 100 Heroes Master before we're done, apparently. I mean, some of these people don't really matter in terms of the things that I actually care about, which is doing violence to my enemies. But, you know, having a cook is cool, I guess. You know, people need to eat or something. So we'll see what's up with Carrie and Ryufan later, as soon as we get the opportunity to use the form party menu. For now, I'm assuming there's going to be talking. That isn't me.
So this is where Lady Periel is staying?
I have had it up to here with the local aristocracy. It's as though they think of nothing but themselves.
Are we ever going to get an explanation as to how it is that she is not in the Duke's custody? I have to be missing something. This entire time I was sure it was going to be a setup by Sabine. But no, all of this is actually real and happening and is completely and utterly inexplicable.
Milady, perhaps you might lower your voice?
Ugh, why bother? If there are spies afoot, I will happily scream my thoughts into their ears.
A slit throat can't scream. Just putting that out there. I'm not saying it to anyone in particular. I just want to just hear how it sounded to form those words audibly outside of my head in non-thought form.
Ask yourselves this, spies. Which do your masters value more? Their country or their personal wealth?
Why do you think that would matter to them?
Now come, Janquis. Noah, Sabine, impeccable timing.
It's good to see you safe, Perry.
And why wouldn't I be? I had my secret passage, remember?
Which was bogus. So how are you here?
Now then, I understand you're doing a fine job with my resistance army. Tell me everything.
Well, we're broke. I've done nothing. You're up to speed. Oh, there are extra people, mouths to feed now and no way to feed them. How does that sound?
So that's what you're calling the castle now?
It was a choice between 3 names. They were all bad.
You like it? A passable name, I suppose.
Milady, I believe it's time.
Ah, indeed it is. Noah, come with me. We'll be joining a conference between King Yuma and his Chamber of Lords. Strictly as observers, I'm afraid. But I still wish for you and the others to attend me. Save for Janquis and Sabine, who shall remain here and set up a means to communicate with Ymir back at Castle whatever.
Can't imagine anything more boring than a council, so glad to be counted out.
Hold on, you can bring you can actually take Periel to battle. She's got a taunting evasion.
Oh, will I be traveling with you?
Okay. Crap.
Not to question you, milady, but would you not prefer me at your side?
Didn't she already make you come? Go away.
Do not treat me like a child, Janquis.
Otherwise, that would make my previous joke just a little bit awkward.
Now, relay my dinner order to the kitchen as we discussed. And tell the cook to use a little spice this time.
They weren't using it to start with? Are you sure they're a cook and not just someone who wandered in off the street?
Sorry, where are we going exactly?
To the palace! It's on the north side of town.
It's not. It's literally to the right of this building. We passed it on the way here. Of course, I took a very roundabout way through the city to this inn. But we don't need to talk about that. Not in front of Periel. Okay, so let's see what we can see for Ryufan, and I do not remember the girl's name. Carrie. Because I remember it because it's like the movie. I never watched the movie, at least I don't think I watched the original. Anyway. Nope. Okay, what does Nell do? Increases maximum stopack capacity. I like that, but if I get rid of Cassandra, I can't swap my freaking support. How much does Nell increase it by anyway?
Suppose it's good.
We usually have 30. It's go. Ugh. You know what? I think Nell might be my new favorite. Granted, her voice grates on my ears. But having 50 space, that is great. Now, if she actually sold things that I could buy to increase my inventory capacity, her actual value to me would drop significantly. To about 0, in fact. Because then I could have the effect eventually, if I could buy multiple of them, without having to actually listen to her talk.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Oops. So we have Cassie and Ryufan. Let's see. Cassie, it's Carrie. Jeez. I said it right the first time. How did I get it wrong? Anyway. So like I thought, she's a mage. She's also level 30, so we won't have to work too hard to bring her up to speed. She's got 126 damage, or spell power? I don't know what that stat's supposed to be called. Giran's kind of juicing because he's got the turquoise ring, which increases magic power. I'm just calling it all the things. But he's also level 34, so it makes sense that his spell power is a little above her. He also doesn't do anything interesting. We don't have a room place here, so there's not really much reason to bring her out. Oh, she's all full up on rooms. Actually, we might go ahead and just swap her in. We wouldn't have... Oh, we would have a healer still, so that's good. Nope, see, that's not what I intended to do.
You know me, always in perfect traveling condition.
Unless you're teleporting and then you faceplant. So, Calathor, Ryufan, and he doesn't have a single goddamn skill to speak of. Just runes of resistance. He's also level 24. I mean, he does have a lot of MP too, so that's not awful. And I can't check anything for him unless I put him in the freaking party.
Call on me when you need.
I don't want to spend 1800 Bakwa in order to just heal Noah. But I also need to spend Bakwa to supply the healing herbs that we spent fighting Ryufan. I'll worry about that a little later. For now, let's see what he's got. Whoops. You know, it occurs to me, I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish here. He doesn't have runes. He can't equip a shield, obviously. It'd be nice if there was someone that had a shield and a spear, but I understand we can't be that lucky all the time. He's also got medium attack range, which means in the front row, he'd be able to attack the back row. He defends normally. His weapon is level 4, so it's not that far behind. But he doesn't have anything of interest going on with him. Or going for him, is what I wanted to say. Yeah, he's got nothing. And frankly, if I took him to a rune shop, all we'd be able to do is give him more of these rather useless runes. Of course, we can give him skill and power, any of those, but ultimately they would do nothing for him. Oh, I almost dragged Ryufan out.
Guess I'll have a drink.
Yeah, because he totally hates those. Let's go ahead and save. Whoops. I would much rather just buy a couple, well, use a couple of healing herbs and then repurchase them, rather than spending 1800 Bakwa. We need this. $60 Bakwa worth of healing. Well, no, we used 3, yeah, that's 60. Had to be certain. I really am tempted to bring Nell along for the extra space. Who knows what lovely goodies we're going to find wherever it is we're going. Yeah. I spent 3 of these. And then... we have anything to equip carry with? You know what you're never going to see? Someone wielding a staff or like a magic wand or something and a shield. I don't know why, you just won't. We don't have the money to upgrade her weapon, so I'm going to leave that for now. We can just head off to the palace and get this done.
Welcome, Countess Peria. You may enter.
My thanks.
So, what's on the table for this big shindig?
A letter has arrived from Dukes Aldrich, in which he proposes a new relationship between Euchris and Galdia, which I take to mean leaving the League of Nations and joining the Empire's side.
Betray the League? What kind of scoundrel would agree to that?
Listen to you! You've the fire of a resistance leader already. And you'll soon see for yourself what manner of scoundrel would scheme such a thing. Pray excuse our tardiness.
Ah, there you are, Periel. We're just, well, it's good of you to come. Right this way, if you would.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Ah, Countess Groom. You must be quite the important woman indeed to keep His Majesty waiting.
No, it's all right. I promised her I'd wait, and,
Nevertheless, permit me to remind you of your position. You have been invited here to observe, and only to observe. And who, pray tell, are these people?
My humblest apologies, Lord Harlan. If I may, Your Majesty, I would like to present Commander Noah, the young founder of the Resistance Army. Or, nay, founder of the Alliance, a group which seeks to defend the League of Nations from Imperial invasion.
Don't forget to tell them the name of our
Resistance
base.
Army, is it?
Well, I don't...
And let me present myself. I'm Leon, and I'm basically his second in command.
an alliance? Well, that sounds most
Ahem! Let us move on to the matter at hand, Your Majesty. Dukes Aldrich of the Galdian Empire seeks an alliance with us, and we must decide if we will accept his terms or no. I believe the Dukes to be a rising star within the Empire, and think there is much we could learn from his bold leadership.
That is the face of a man who's been bought out.
I see this offer as a major opportunity for you, Chris.
Remember it. Crop it. Save it. Use it against your enemies.
Especially compared to some up-jumped mercenary and whomever else comprises his alliance.
Basically, we're just a bunch of ruffians, really.
Are you mad? This is the same brazen tyrant who invaded Groom. His true intentions could not be more obvious.
Countess Groom, may I remind you that you are an observer here and nothing more? I expect you to restrain yourself in the presence of His Majesty.
The irony, am I right?
Ugh.
Sorry, Periel. But Lord Harlan, I think, well, maybe there might be some merit to what Countess Groom has to say.
Ah, but this is distressing indeed, Your Majesty. You know I have worked tirelessly for you, Chris, ever since your father sat the throne. Yes. I have long been one of House Sharith's most faithful servants, and yet now you claim to have no faith in my perspective?
That's an interesting way to frame what he said.
Never mind that House Ballmeyer nearly beggared itself to support this country in its year of famine.
Take heart, Lord Harlan. King Yuma knows well both our family's loyalty to the realm. I am sure he did not mean to dismiss your many great deeds.
No, of course not.
We should act in due haste to inform Dukes Aldrich that we agree to his terms.
We? Now we are technically here, invited by an invitee, so we have even less room to speak up than she does, and she has none. Though I am never a fan of letting a stupid decision take place in front of me.
Capitulate without a fight! Are you out of your mind?
Oh, but you do say the most curious things, Countess Groom. Dukes Aldrich has kindly extended to us the hand of friendship and unity.
And money.
If you would speak of war, then tell me what guarantee we have that Euchris's army would prevail.
Well, it's either be a thrall or be a willing thrall. You're free to pick, but it's happening.
We cannot permit our great nation to fall while under your majesty's watch.
Yes, but Cassius?
Clay? Ah, when is your next match?
You need only to give the order, Your Majesty, and I shall battle the Empire with everything I can muster.
I can't wait to see him in the ring.
And what then, General Cassius? Can you promise us victory? Can you guarantee His Majesty that we will emerge triumphant?
I'm trying to concoct just a heinous visual. But I can't. I just can't. Well, I can. But nothing that fits the situation. My main point would have been that the hand of friendship, supposedly, allegedly, that is being extended offers no guarantee you don't end up as slaves and with dukes sitting on your throne. That would have been the point of the comparison I was going to try and make using some pretty wild visuals, but I just couldn't come up with anything.
The Galdian Empire is more than just Dukes Aldrich. They have the renowned General Goldwyn as well.
Yes, and isn't that the guy whose face I sat on in that? Well, I mean, I did sort of. I only technically lost it that first time. I mean, yes, a loss is a loss, but I only technically lost. We didn't lose, even though we lost. We just lost.
I would be a poor military man indeed to assure ultimate victory.
Such a thing is impossible in the first place, and anyone that tries is a liar.
There, do you see? No assurances. And if General Goldwyn were faced with our General Cassius, would he promise the Empire victory?
What?
What? You weren't supposed to say anything.
It's a fair question, don't you think? Even the best generals know there are no guarantees on the battlefield. And in fact, they likely know this fact best of all.
Yes.
Of course, all I know of the matter is what I've read in books. General Cassius, however, speaks from decades of experience. But perhaps, Lord Harlan, you have another opinion? Do you believe our esteemed General Cassius is guaranteed to lose?
Well, I...
Got him.
Well, Harlan?
Got him.
No, of course I don't believe that. But this argument is mere sophistry. It has nothing to do with the topic at hand.
But you were willing to play along with it when it fed into your advantage.
Melroot, you were summoned here to draft our reply once this matter was settled, not to sow doubt in His Majesty with rhetorical nonsense.
The irony.
Quite right. I do apologize for any confusion I may have caused. That said, there is still time before Dukes Aldrich will expect our reply, and His Majesty seems exhausted. Shall we table the matter for today?
But...
Your Majesty!
Yes, I think so. Let's give it a little more time before we decide.
Do you see now what I've been dealing with? It's been an entire week of that.
But aren't you and the king supposed to be friends?
Groom and Euchris have enjoyed favorable relations for generations, and
Slutty.
I visited many times as a child. We are acquaintances of old, but I would not go so far as to say friends.
Have Groom and Euchris been, have they been getting their tests? Because it looks like Euchris has been stepping out.
Euchris, you see, is one of the
Euchris,
3 great powers
as they
of the
pronounce
League, along with Norstar and the Dragon Newt Nation of Kinon. My little Groom is of minor significance in comparison. Nevertheless, I am told that at the untimely death of Yuma's father, the Queen hid herself away in grief.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys in on a little secret. Most of the time, when I continue a character's dialogue late, it's because I'm crafting something naughty in the background. I'm thinking up something that, hopefully is funny, hopefully is interesting, or at the very least, makes you think that I might be an idiot, or, whatever. So anytime you notice that, but I don't actually say anything, that is probably what's happening.
And now, Yuma has come to ascend the throne. He and I come from very similar circumstances.
Yet you have such different personalities.
Yes, well, even as a child, Yuma was never very decisive.
You think maybe he's afraid to defy that Harlan guy?
I think he's just afraid in general. Mostly afraid of making the wrong decision, which he's going to have to get over fast because he makes all of them now.
To be fair, the previous king was quite beholden to Harlan. That is why the man was first given his station. A station he has leveraged for all it's worth. Anyway, we should not tarry here long before returning to the inn. I have no desire to run into Harlan again.
Want to poke around a little until it's time to go?
We shouldn't do that in someone else's house. But yeah. Wait, I thought... Oh, that kind of poking around. I don't think we can actually go anywhere. Like, there's nothing going on back here. I highly doubt. Yep, can't access the door that is not a door. Did the city just transform while we were in it? What? Okay, so I'm assuming that this is all the palace that was behind the door. I thought the door was the door to the building known as the palace. No, so that was my misunderstanding. Just checking for any more potential hires. If we go real slow, walk up behind her, can we push?
Say, you're the fellow from the Alliance, right?
No, I don't like that voice.
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't eavesdropping on the conference. I just, happened to catch that one little part.
Who are you?
Oh, oops. Silly me. I'm Eiyuden, King Yuma's handmaid. So, please don't think ill of His Majesty.
Why would I? I fully understand what's going on with him. It's pretty much plain as day.
I know people call him indecisive, but they've got him all wrong. He's a very kind ruler, you see, and he worries about making decisions that lead to people getting hurt.
Yes, obviously, but he is going to have to at some point because he makes all of the decisions now. And then all the way back, huh?
Where have you been?
Where have you been? You left too.
We should return to the inn at once so I can continue brooding about a solution to this problem.
Why didn't you go there instead of leaving and then coming right back like some sort of weirdo?
Do you think there even is a solution?
Well, I guess we could...
No, we can't poke around right now. There are people here. And they're watching.
Wait, no, sorry, I got nothing.
Countess Periel, His Majesty Yuma is here to speak with you. May I open the door?
Of course. Please, enter.
Hello, Periel. I had a little extra time and was hoping I could see you. I'm most pleased you've come to visit.
I only wish it could have been for one of our usual goodwill summits, instead of this most unfortunate situation.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm terribly sorry about your country.
Well, it's not like she went out for a stroll and dropped it somewhere. It was taken from her. But thanks.
Your name is Noah, yes? Did you rise up to fight for Periel's sake?
No. I rose up to fight because I like to fight. It gets me XP, XP gets me stronger, getting stronger gives me a greater reason to fight. It is a beautiful cycle. I see what's going on here. I could very well be wrong. I was wrong the last time I thought I saw what was going on. I've been wrong about most of the times I thought I at least had an idea of what was going on. So just so we're all on the same page, I am under the impression that he has a crush at the very least on Periel. And so this second option here would probably make him start to stutter, sputter, and spin out of control. But I'm also more interested in what Periel's response to it would be. Frankly, that's actually all I really care about. I just want to see how she would respond.
Yep.
So we're choosing it.
It was all for her.
He even delivered the line perfectly.
Oh, it was?
What? It so was not. What a big fat liar!
Just kidding.
Well, don't!
I see.
Kidding, is it? Such a pity.
Yeah, no, out of the responses I was expecting, that was not one. A level-headed response with a... And I can't remember the word. Subtext. I think that's it. I was not expecting that kind of a response.
Huh?
Oh, look, he actually opened his eyes again.
But never mind that, Yuma. Let me ask you something. Not as the Countess of Groom, but as someone you've known since we were both small. What do you intend to do? Will you fight? Or will you place your trust in Dukes Aldrich?
Well, I just... The truth is, I don't know what the right choice is.
Odds are, in this situation, there really is no right choice. With one choice, you're putting people's lives on the line. With the other choice, you're... How do I phrase it? Not necessarily putting their lives in someone else's hands. I think that's about as close to the idea as I can get.
If you stay the course your advisors are laying for you, Chris will be at the Empire's mercy. No, worse, at the Duke's.
But if we fight and lose, my people will fare far worse. Perhaps, the Duke's made a mistake in attacking your country.
Oh, yeah.
If so, you could maybe still talk it out?
Oh, yeah, he just accidentally fell into the country and took it over. Whoops. That is one of the biggest oopsie daisies I've ever seen.
Your Majesty, you're gonna be late for your next...
Yeah, he should probably go to that next.
Oh, is it that time already? I'm sorry, Periel. We'll continue this later.
Countess Grum, Commander Noah, I bid you both good day.
Ugh, same old Yuma. He never changes. We need to find some way to help make up his mind. Come on, people. Ideas.
Bombs.
Sorry, but I'm not much of an ideas man.
I don't exactly agree with that. I don't know why she's trying to think it all.
Nope, still nothing. But let's think while we walk. Maybe some exercise will knock a good idea loose.
Nope, I still don't see that working for her.
Not the worst plan I've ever heard.
But of course.
There's a lot of zeal in that line. I don't hate it. Okay, so I don't know if the laugh is going to be audible or not. Well, it wasn't so much of a laugh as it was a chuckle. Because I don't giggle. I don't do that. So, I was talking about her zeal, the line that she delivered when I put her in the party, even though it's in the back in the do nothing section of the group. And I just... The wheels started spinning, and next thing I know, I'm thinking about beer battered bratwurst, buttered popcorn, all stemming from her overzealous, but of course. That's how I work.
Huh? What's this place?
I don't know. I was brought here. You think I want to be in this shack?
Guests, is it? How unusual.
Yeah, I bet. Like people just showing up at your house before dinner? Now you have to feed these extra mouths? Granted, you work for the king, so you probably make enough to buy enough to feed enough people, but still, it's weird they just show up out of nowhere, huh?
I remember you from the conference earlier.
It would be weird if you didn't.
Please, come in, come in. I see, I see. You seek some method of swaying His Majesty.
Given the man's shape, a good push would cause him to sway. We want to affect his decision.
But why would you bring this matter to me?
Because you were the one who stood up to Harlan at the conference.
Yup, you were all like, but riddle me this, jerk! And then everyone got distracted and nothing was settled.
Yes, I suppose I did do something along those lines. I admit to being less than thrilled with the prospect of giving Lord Harlan free rein to transform our relationship with the Empire.
Agreed. We cannot permit Dukes Aldrich to have his way on this.
Lord Harlan has been advocating for cuts to the studium. Should he gain too much power, I might find it hard to continue living in the comfort to which I've become accustomed.
I didn't want that
in
option.
It for yourself?
Correct. Not that merely whittling away Lord Harlan's power will change much in the long run. Your name is Noah, yes? Well, there may be a way to change things if a person was so inclined.
Assassination? Perhaps?
Countess, did you know Lord Harlan purchased an old manor on the outskirts of town last year from another member of the Chamber of Lords? He's apparently so fond of it that he made it his primary residence.
Well, bully for him. What of it?
I hear the manor has recently seen quite the stream of unfamiliar faces hailing from foreign lands. I wonder if some might be messengers from the Empire. At the same time, security around the manor has been tightened to the extent that actual Eucrisians are rarely allowed inside.
So, this matters why?
Oh, you poor idiot.
He's implying that Lord Harlan bought a manor on the outskirts of town in order to meet secretly with foreign agents.
Goodness me, that is suspicious.
Tell me, how suspicious is it? Make sure to build up some phlegm before you whisper it in my ear. No, the other ear this time. Let's get freaky.
And one more thing. On the southeast side of Haishan, you'll find an old part of the city known as Lost Town, which was flooded out long ago.
You know, I was going to question, with magic being a thing, why don't you just unflood the lost town? But then I realized it's the whole wad of mumbo jumbo about the rooms deciding to evolve according to the whims or the capabilities or potential of the person they're associated with, and it's just...
While Harlan's House of Mystery may be under tight guard, one could easily slip in by way of Lost Town were they so inclined.
Ah. The front door is locked down, but the back door is loose, huh? I wouldn't doubt that to be the case when someone's betraying their home country. Naturally, their back door is going to be greasy.
How do you know all that?
Oh, I've been poking around for holes in the man's armor for some time now.
This guy is incorrigible.
I am surprised you know that word. Who taught you this?
So, you're suggesting we sneak into Harlan's manor and search for evidence linking him to the Empire?
I'm suggesting that if one were to find such evidence, it could be a breakthrough in terms of the pending alliance negotiations. While I am not fond of proposing tenuous plans, sometimes needs must.
Tenuous certainly beats sitting on a sofa and doing nothing.
Be aware that Lost Town is said to be infested with monsters. Anyone heading there should take all necessary precautions.
If he's talking about what I think he's talking about, or the place I think he's talking about, I've been there. I've done that. Took a dump and came back. So, it won't be a big deal. Assuming what he's talking about is what I'm thinking about, of course.
We'll be careful. Thanks.
He said Lost Town is on the southeast side of the city, yes?
Southeast. I don't remember anything that could resemble a lost town, according to the details we know. So that's a little weird. It has to be outside of this town. So it doesn't make sense the way she's phrasing it, as if it's a part of the city. Well, that's assuming... Let's just see.
Yup. Now let's go dig up some dirt on Harlan.
Yeah, let's see how noble he feels when we're done with him.
Oh, we're going to leave his back door so greasy.
I think you might be losing sight of our objective here.
Why not? I don't think we need anything. Where are we? Ooh. The inn is all the way up there. I don't think I've saved either. I am incorrigible. Granted, I have no reason to think the computer would crash or anything, or the game would crash, or the recording would explode. Oh right, these two people exist. I forgot about them. She's really still in the party, too. Well, you know, on the backside of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. Hey, and maybe even some of the things you've heard here. I talked a lot throughout this thing, probably a little bit too much during the parts where other people were talking. Don't need to worry about commenting about that, though. Just pretend that didn't happen. Let's just sweep that bit under the rug, okay? Okay. So we will have another episode for you guys on... This will be going up and on time, because I'm recording this Saturday morning for you and for me. I mean, I want to play this after all. So the next episode will come along the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, if everything goes smoothly, or even just okay. Tomorrow will be episode 11 of Lies of P. We've made some good progress there, and most importantly, we've got so many weapons. However, I am planning to go back, do some backtracking to pick up a chest and an item that I somehow managed to miss. I knew they were there, I just wasn't able to find my way to them before I ended up walking into the next section of the game and summarily forgetting about them for a good while. So, why not? Well, I was going to say why not stop by, but if you haven't been following that, you should probably start with the first episode. Things get out of hand really quickly, so it's a good watch. At least I would think so. I don't actually watch the videos, I just edit them, so I only see a little bit here and there. And I've been blathering on for about a minute and a half now. I think that's enough. We've been doing that for nearly an hour and a half. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.